Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from a sort of interestinglife.com. You're joining me on board good old Narrowboat Tilly, and I cannot believe I am about to say this, but you're joining me for the 2 million views thank you video, only 11 months after the 1 million views thank you video. It's just incredible. It took 5 years for the channel to get to its first million views, so to have the second one within 11 months of that, I cannot believe. Thank you so much to everybody. And that's basically all I really want to say in this video. Just thank you. It's absolutely incredible, it's humbling, and just beyond anything I could have ever imagined. When I think about the first 4 years that I was on YouTube, and I'd be lucky to get like a couple of thousand views in a year, and that would be very lucky, and I was happy with that. And I was posting all these videos and editing things together of like launching model rockets and things like that, and nobody would really tune in, but I just enjoyed making videos and carried on doing it. And suddenly to see 1 million views pop up within a year, it's just, I can't thank you enough. So just thank you to everybody, and it doesn't matter how you've supported me or whether you've literally just tuned in and watched a couple of minutes of a video every now and then. The fact that anybody would spend any of their time watching me witter on about boats or kayaking and biking and walking and whatever that video might have happened to been about, the fact that anybody would tune in and spend any of their time watching me talk about anything is just, I mean, that's humbling in itself. So thank you so much. It's just is incredible. And of course, to all of the regular viewers, all of the people who like the videos and spread the word and tweet about them and go on Facebook and post and things like that, it's just amazing. And the fact that people would watch one of these videos and think, oh yeah, that's worth a like, or oh, I might share that on Twitter, that itself is just incredible. So thank you so much. It's just, well, as I say, I can't really find the words, because thank you is everything that I can say, and anything beyond that is just adding more to the basic message of thank you for everything. It's been incredible. Like, there's people who've watched these videos for years, and the fact that you would tune in and keep watching over that period of time, I mean, just thank you. There's a few other things that I do want to mention in this video, but I just want to make sure that everybody watching knows that I cannot believe that we're at 2 million views, and as I say, 1 million views in 11 months is just absolutely incredible. It really does. As I've said in the past, because there's people out there, I mean, thank you to everybody who's donated to the website and supported videos in that way. It's just incredible. I mean, as I say in many messages like that, when people have sent me the odd £10 and £20 here and there, which again, that itself is just incredible. So thank you to all of you. You know who you are, and I do reply to each email address individually. And as I say in those emails, it's just incredible, ignoring any other elements. Just the fact that there's people out there who want to watch these videos and are asking me about what's next and want to spread the word and that sort of thing. The motivation and the confidence boost that gives me to be able to sit down and really spend the time filming and editing the more complex videos, such as the New Year's Day half an hour long documentary episode and things like that. Just to know that there's people out there who might actually want to watch them, it really helps out when I'm just sat at the desk going, do I like that? Do I like that? And endlessly trying to get everything lined up just right. So again, everything and every way that anybody has supported me, it all just means the world to me. And as I say, it's more than I could have ever expected and would have ever asked from anyone. So thank you. Right, moving swiftly on, there's just a few random little announcements that I'd like to talk about. So firstly, keeping it on YouTube, there's a couple of other video series that I'm currently working on and planning and putting together, including at least one new documentary series that would also be ongoing indefinitely. And that would be focusing, rather than the narrowboat life side of things, more on the canal and the features and just the sort of looking at the canal itself as an entity. And that would not be replacing anything. That would be another video series to go alongside the boat documentaries and so on. So hopefully that will please any of you who've been out there and wondering and asking me to see more of the canal itself. So that's something that I'm working on that I hope will start very soon. I'm also putting together a series of short boat videos which are intended to be almost sort of the extreme opposite end from the documentary long complex videos. And basically the idea of these is that I will post just little moments and insights into narrowboat life that don't really fit anywhere else and don't really have a place in the documentaries, but are things that I don't really get a chance to talk about or show you normally. So the whole idea is that I'm going to be able to post more videos and show you a wider range of random narrowboat life moments and elements that make up life afloat. So I hope that you'll be enjoying that. Unfortunately though, I've given it the worst title ever, and episode 1 is already filmed and edited, so I'm really stuck with it. But watch out for the new series, Dan's Boaty Bits. I really do. The more I say it, the more I regret giving it that title, but unfortunately we're already committed. So I hope you'll enjoy those videos, and like I say, it's a way to try and post a few more videos and more sort of varied videos showing you different elements of life afloat. Equally, I've got a few other video ideas and a few possible sort of ongoing series that I might be starting up in the next 2 or 3 months, and I hope again that you'll enjoy them. Thank you again for the amazing support for the Dan's Narrowboat Life documentary series. I was worried when I was first sat down and putting so much time and effort and energy into the filming and editing of the first episode of that. And as I say, thank you so much for the support. It really does make it all worthwhile and motivates me to keep going. I've got the next episode of that is going to be completely different to any of the other episodes, as it's going to be sort of a director's cut of my original 90-odd mile trip back on Tilly when I first bought it. So that's going to be something completely different. It will be online in the next few days. I hope you'll enjoy that. I need to consult my notebook now because I'm forgetting what I actually want to say in this video. So much wittering have I done. Sorry that this is a boring video of me just talking at you, but I just thought I would say thank you and then share a few thoughts. So if you're still watching at this point, thank you very much once again. Moving away from YouTube for a moment, I suppose I would also like to just say that, as some of you know, I used to have like a proper all singing, all dancing website, but in the end I just couldn't justify the cost of hosting and keeping it all up and running, as well as the time taken to fiddle about with it all technically to try and make it run properly and all the rest of it. And what I ended up doing last year was completely resetting everything, starting from zero, setting up a free website on Tumblr. And basically, as time's going on, what I'm basically going forwards trying to do now is have that as the sort of hub where everything that I post online will ultimately end up. As some of you know, and some of you have already added me on Facebook as a friend or liked the sort of interesting Facebook page and so on, but I post pictures on my profile, post boaty pictures on the Facebook page and on Twitter and all over the internet like Instagram and things like that. And what I basically want the website to be is a place that you can go and see everything that I've done. So if I post a photo on my Facebook profile, that will also be on the website, and similarly if it's on the Facebook page or on Twitter, Instagram and so on, it will all be there, as well as obviously all of these videos. So I'm hoping that you'll find that as a nice simple place to just go and see everything. And equally, I know I keep saying it and never quite getting around to it, but I am definitely going to be posting more frequent short articles, almost and possibly almost literal diary entries of just what's been going on in boat life and things like that. So please check out a sort of interestinglife.com every now and then if you want to see different bits and pieces, and also there you can find all the links to everything else that you might want to add me or follow me on. As I say again, it's been incredible to have that support. What I will say is I can only apologise to all of the people who I can't respond to the messages, because I literally now have hundreds upon hundreds of messages to my own personal Facebook profile that are all unopened and unresponded to. the sort of interesting page I know has now hit the 99 plus messages notification, because it only goes up to 99 plus before it then doesn't tell you how many more there are. Similarly, YouTube and Google Plus, that sort of thing, when I go onto Google, the notification reel spins up and up and up and up until that again hits the 99 plus notification marker. So again, I can't tell you how much it means the world to me to have all these people messaging me and so on, but I've literally got probably, well, I know I've got at least 300 unread messages on Facebook, so please don't kick off and don't be offended if I don't respond to you, because I literally cannot respond to all of the messages anymore. And again, what a problem to have. And if you'd have said that to me not too long ago, I would have never believed it. So thank you so much, and I'm so happy and so over the moon that so many people want to get in touch, and it really does break my heart, and I feel incredibly guilty that I can't respond to everybody individually like I used to. I try and respond to all of the YouTube comments, but even that sometimes, it's like when it's fluctuating between 500 and 1,000 comments in a month. I mean, again, thank you so much for making that a problem, or something that I can look at as, I can't quite cope and live up to this. So thank you all so much for that. And the final thing that I would like to mention is one of my narrative books will be 99p for all of February. And that book will be The Narrowboat Lad Living the Dream, which is the second narrative book that I wrote. But because of a bizarre Amazon listing error, it was listed as a different version of the first Narrowboat Lad book. And because of that, there's a lot of people who've never seen it and don't realise that it's actually a separate second book. So I thought, because of that, I'm going to just put that as 99p as a random 2 million view bonus. I've also, since writing A Narrowboat and a Notebook and Dan's Narrowboat Life, I've sort of liked this second book that I did less and less, and ultimately I've decided that I'm going to remove that from the Narrowboat Lad trilogy, so that the Narrowboat Lad trilogy is now The Narrowboat Lad, A Narrowboat and a Notebook, and Dan's Narrowboat Life, and the Narrowboat Lad Living the Dream is now just its own individual thing floating around. I'm currently working on a much longer, probably at least twice as long as any of my other narrative books, book that I'm currently working on. Don't know if that was quite a sentence or not, but I hope you got what I was trying to communicate there. And I've been wondering whether to remove the Narrowboat Lad Living the Dream completely from Amazon and work that into being part of this much longer book. So I thought, well, I'm not going to do that straight away, because there's people out there who've been asking me if it's a separate book and so on. So I just wanted to say, yes, The Narrowboat Lad Living the Dream is an actual different book to The Narrowboat Lad, and as I say, it's half price or thereabouts in the UK for all of February, and that should also mean that there's a similar price reduction across the world, or as far as I can understand, that's how it'll work. I don't know international pricing specifically, but for the UK it's gone from £1.99 to 99p. So I hope you'll enjoy that, and let me know your thoughts on it, because I very much am very interested to see what other people think. Because since writing A Narrowboat and a Notebook, which featured a lot of the writings from me diaries and things like that, and had a lot more influence from what was written in these books, I don't know, I feel that's still the best of all of the books that I've ever written of any description. Right, there is one final thing that I am very excited and very nervous to talk about, because I haven't actually got it finished or properly made yet, and I don't know exactly how the details are going to be worked. But in terms of the books, one of the most popular requests that I've had is to record an audiobook version of all of the books. And I'm starting with The Narrowboat Lad, obviously the first book, and I don't know when it'll be out, but I'm hoping within the next couple of months I will actually have recorded. I don't know how it will be distributed or got out to you. There might even be CDs of it. Probably won't be, but I'll see what I can come up with, basically. But I am working on the first Narrowboat Lad book as an audio version, and there's been people who've said make sure that if you do it yourself, because there are services I've looked at that will record like professionally your audiobook. audiobook, but in light of trying to obviously keep costs down, and again, basically just because I like tinkering around with this sort of thing, I am currently trying to figure out how I can best record The Narrowboat Lad as an audiobook. Thank you so much to all of the people who've been asking me for that. That's truly humbling, and I'm glad that people have enjoyed my book so much that they would actually want to hear me once again witter on and on and on about boats for a prolonged period of time. So thank you so much, and at this point I think it's about time that I absolutely wrap this video up once and for all and said all of the usual things. Firstly, thank you very much for watching this. Thank you for everything any of you have ever done, whether that's just watching every couple of minutes every so often, or tuning in regularly and really supporting and that. It's all just incredible, and truly, it's the sort of thing that it has literally brought tears to my eyes in the past. And this video, I've managed to remain relatively composed until that very sentence where I couldn't speak anymore. So thank you so much for everything. I will say all the usual plugs. Feel free to add me personally on Facebook and Twitter, or like the Facebook page for loads of boat life updates and pictures from life on the canal. Feel free to obviously subscribe and check out my other videos if you haven't done already. And of course, check out my books available for the Kindle, especially The Narrowboat Lad, Living the Dream, as that's going to be 99p during February. And hopefully by the time you're watching this video, will already be at that price in the UK. So, until the next time, as always, keep it boat worthy and farewell.